Good morning, class 10th. Yesterday I told you about the circulatory system and it has different components. One of the components which is very important in circulatory system is the structure of heart, and this topic is very important for your boards also, so you study it well and practice a diagram of heart in your copy whenever you have studied this. So this is basically the structure of a heart. As if you see that there are four chambers in the heart. Okay, chambers means the four compartments. See, one, two, three, and four. So there are four compartments or chambers in the heart. The upper chambers are called atrium, and the lower chambers are called ventricle. Okay, so depending upon in which direction these are, so it is right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, and left ventricle. So there are four chambers in the heart. These chambers are formed by some membrane like structures, some wall like structures, which are known as bicuspid valve and tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is the valve or the partition present between the right atrium and right ventricle, while the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve, it is also known as mitral valve, these are the partitions present between the left atrium and left ventricle. Okay, these partitions can be opened. Okay, these are like door like structures. Okay, so these can open and blood can come from one chamber to the other chamber. These four chambers are connected with some of the blood vessels which are very huge in size. That is why their name is different from the others. See this one, the right ventricle is connected to a vessel, blood vessel, which is known as pulmonary artery. Okay, and in this pulmonary artery one valve is present which is known as pulmonary valve. When the blood is going to go upside, then this valve will close for some time so that the blood will not come to this right ventricle again. Okay, and there is one more kind of vessel which is known as pulmonary veins. Okay, these are the pulmonary veins which you will see it is going, these are going to open in the left atrium. Okay, these are also pulmonary vein, these are also pulmonary vein, and these all will open into the left atrium. Okay, this pulmonary artery opens into the right ventricle and pulmonary vein opens into the left atrium. Okay, now you see this aorta is the huge artery. This aorta is, you will see, this opens into the left ventricle. Okay, when the blood is here, blood will come from here to here in the aorta. Okay, and there is one more kind of vein which is known as vena cava. This vena cava is, means it is going to open in the right atrium. See, this opening is present here. This vena cava opens into the right atrium. Either it is inferior or superior. Superior and inferior means superior is the one which is going to connect the upper parts of the body, and inferior is the one which is going to connect the lower parts of the body below the heart. Okay, so you will see that this heart is drawn in, or it is colored in two colors, that is blue and red. Why is it so? Because vena cava, that is superior or inferior vena cava, brings the deoxygenated blood, that is the impure blood, from the body to the right atrium. Now, when the right atrium is filled, it will push this tricuspid valve. and whenever the tricuspid valve will be pushed, it will open and the blood will flow into the right ventricle. Then these walls of heart, these will push the blood to the pulmonary valve. The pulmonary valve will open and the blood will go to the from pulmonary artery to the lungs for the purification. Okay, lungs and heart and lungs are connected to each other, so that the blood which is coming from here, which is not having oxygen, it will move to the lungs and lungs will add up the oxygen there. Okay, so pulmonary artery, as I told you, this is the only artery which carries the impure or deoxygenated blood. So now you can see how it is going to work. Now when the pulmonary vein artery carries the impure blood to the lungs will add up the oxygen. Now the blood will become oxygenated blood. Okay, oxygenated blood means it is the pure blood. That pure blood or the oxygenated blood will brought to the heart by pulmonary veins. Okay, these are the pulmonary veins from left side to right side. These will come, these will carry the pure blood or the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. Then again, once the left atrium is filled completely, then it will push the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve and the blood will come to the left ventricle. Once the left ventricle is completely filled, the walls of heart will push the left ventricle and the blood, that is oxygenated blood, will move to the aortic valve, and these aortic valve will open and blood will move into the aorta and aorta will carry the blood to the body, that is the pure blood. So if we summarize the structure, so heart is having four chambers: right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. The vena cava carries the impure or deoxygenated blood from body parts to the right atrium, then it goes to the right ventricle, and then it goes into the pulmonary artery. From pulmonary artery it goes to the lungs for purification. Then after the once the blood is purified, it is oxygenated. The oxygenated blood is brought into the heart by pulmonary veins. These pulmonary veins bring the oxygenated blood into the left atrium, and the left atrium pushes the bicuspid valve, and the bicuspid valve, after it opens, the blood, oxygenated blood, comes to the left ventricle, and from left ventricle, when the walls are pushing, then it will move to the aortic valve. Aortic valve will open and the pure or oxygenated blood will go to the aorta, and from there it will move to the body. Okay, so this is the simplified structure of the heart. Now let us see how the heart, how it is going to happen. See, this is how it is present. It is basically the structure, and it is present in your chest cavity like this. Your lungs are located near to your heart, and this is the flow of the blood. See, from here, superior vena cava carries the blood from the upper parts of the body to the right atrium. Then the right atrium, from this valve, the blood will come into this one, that is right ventricle. Then from right ventricle, the blood will go to the pulmonary artery, and from pulmonary artery it will go into the lungs, and from lungs, when it is purified, then it will again brought into the pulmonary veins. Then pulmonary veins will carry the blood to the left atrium. From left atrium it will go to the left ventricle, and from left ventricle it will go to the aorta. Aorta is again ascending and descending. Ascending means the upper part and descending means the lower part. So the aorta will carry the oxygenated blood from upper part, that is the upper part will carry the oxygenated blood from ascending aorta to the upper part, and from descending aorta to the lower part. So this is how it is going to work. Now let me tell you how it is going to happen. Heart is never going to rest. Its walls, so its muscles continuously these contract and relax. Okay, you can see by this GIF it is very clear that these muscles, see these muscles or the walls are continuously, like these are moving continuously, these walls are continuously moving. So when these are, like, see, when these are contracted, when these are going inside means these are contracted. The contraction of walls is known as contraction and relaxation. See, when the walls are moving means when there is more space, then it is known as relaxation. Okay, so either the walls or the muscles of heart are going to contract or are going to relax. When the walls are contracting, then it is known as, let us see this one, then after I'll show you that. See, diastole and systole, these are two phases of the heart. Diastole means when the heart muscles are going to relax. Okay, when the heart muscles are going to relax, then it will increase the space inside the walls of the, inside the chambers of the heart. And systole means to contract. When the muscles will contract, the blood will move out of the heart. Okay, so when diastole is there, then blood will come into the heart. Okay, let's listen it carefully. When the diastole is there, diastole means when the muscles of the heart are completely relaxed, then the blood will move from different parts of the body to the heart, and it will move from pulmonary veins to the heart. It will happen during the diastole phase. During the systole phase, that is the contraction phase, when the walls push inside, then the blood which is filled by the diastole, it will move to the pulmonary artery or the aorta, and for distribution, when it is going to the aorta, it will be distributed to the body. When it is going to the pulmonary artery, then it will go into the lungs. Okay, so now you see again this one, this is going to happen. Either the heart muscles are going to contract or relax. Systole, diastole, systole, diastole. This happens continuously. The walls move inside, and these will, whenever it is going to swell up, whenever there is a more space means the blood is going to fill inside it, and whenever it is going to contract, the blood will move out. Okay, when it is relaxed, the blood will be filled inside the heart. Whenever these are going to contract, the blood will move from pulmonary artery or the aorta to different parts. So this is how the heart pumps the blood, and this pumping is also known as the beating of the heart. Okay, what we listen when we are going to listen the heartbeat, dub lub dub lub, that is actually the beating of heart, and it is formed by the continuous systole and diastole of the heart. Okay, now this is the last topic of circulatory system. This is known as double circulation. Double circulation. This is found in all the mammals. Okay, in double circulation, wherever there is a four chambered heart, there will be double circulation. And this question comes, who has discovered double circulation? So it is William Harvey who has discovered this double circulation. Now, let me tell you what is double circulation. Basically, in your body, the blood flows into two pathways. One is this one, and second one is this one. Pathways means the two routes or the two different locations, okay, or two different loops, you can say. So one loop is this and one loop is this. How it is there? This is known as pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circuit is the pulmonary circulation. It is the circulation of the blood from heart to the lungs and from lungs to the heart. So this is one pathway. See, this circulation. Only this circulation is known as pulmonary circulation, in which impure blood is going to be carried to the lungs for purification, and the pure blood will again brought to the heart for distribution. This pathway is known as pulmonary circulation. In this circulation, pulmonary veins, pulmonary arteries are responsible for this kind of circulation. Now see, another kind of circulation is this one, which is known as systemic circulation or the systemic circuit. It is the circulation between the heart and different systems or different parts of the body, rest of the body. It could be brain, it could be your arms, it could be leg, it could be your digestive system, it could be your kidneys, everywhere. So when the blood is transferred from heart to different parts of the body, then it is known as systemic circulation. In this circulation, the veins will carry the impure or deoxygenated blood to the vena cava. The vena cava will take the blood from these veins to the right atrium, to the right ventricle, and again from here, if you see here, the blood which is being brought by the pulmonary vein, it will move into the left atrium to left ventricle, then it will go to the aorta, and then it will be distributed to the body. So this is another loop from your body to the heart, then from your heart to the body. This circulation is known as systemic circulation. So basically, there are two routes by which the blood is going to flow in your body, and this is known as double circulation. So now from this, I think my topic is completed. Circulatory system is completed. You have studied about different blood vessels, blood, and structure of heart, how the heart works, and what is double circulation. So if you have any confusion, you can ask me during the class only. Thank you, class.